So yeah, it's definitely turning into one of those seasons. I knew it was going to be a fight. It's definitely turned into a fight. And on top of it, now injuries are starting to rear their heads as well. And plus, I lost a lone player. That's never happened before. My name is FM21, and this is Red Devils Rising. So we are 12 games into the season. Good grief. I don't know how my glasses get this dirty. I don't ever touch them. At least that I'm aware of, but yikes. Anywho, we're 12 games into the season. Lucas Roser leads us with 12 goals and the highest rating. Marlon Ritter and Lucas Roser each have 5 assists. I got 7 players, each with 1 Player of the Match award. That's actually kind of cool. Kevin Krause leads us with 5 yellow cards. In our 12 matches played, our 22 goals scored are third best. Our 25 goals allowed are worst in the league. Yeah, our defense is really kind of letting us down. Our stadium attendance is climbing, though. It's third best, which is very cool. 35,000. We're almost maxing out the stadium. So I have a senior relationship with Borussia Mönchengladbach. And I went to them and I said, hey, I need a lone player, someone who can play the left side. They sent me, let me pull his name up here, Noah Holtschoppen. And they said, we want him to be a starter. And I said, yeah, sure. Thinking, I'll do what I can. Well, it turns out Noah Holtschoppen isn't all that good. He's solid, but not spectacular. I have good wingers. I was planning on playing him at defensive left back. And when I got my loan agreement in for him, I said I would play him at defensive left back. We've played 12 games. He had 5 starts. And he wasn't all that great. Which is one of the reasons I wasn't starting him. The head coach of Borussia Mönchengladbach came to me and said, you're not playing him like you said you would. I said, essentially, you're right. I'll try and get him some more time. Because with injuries and stuff like that cropping up, as you can see here, Spalvis went out injured. He's just now coming back, amongst other things. It was one of those cases where, okay, I need to get him more playing time. I'll get him more playing time. The next day, they recalled him. I've recalled players on loan before. You know, I'll loan a player out, and he's going to be an important player. He's going to play in this position. Now, 9 times out of 10, if he's not playing in position, but he's playing a similar position, I'm okay with that, because 9 times out of 10, the players I'm loaning out are youngsters. I'm more worried about their attributes improving, not their positional skill or positional familiarity or anything like that. You know, I'm sending an 18-year-old out on loan, and you agree to play him as advanced midfielder on the left. Okay, if you're playing him as a midfielder on the left or an advanced midfielder in the center, I'm okay with that. I really am. But if, like you say, he's going to be an important player, and 10 games into the season, he's come off twice, he hasn't started a game, he's come off twice against the bench, then yeah, I'm going to have an issue with that. And I'll give you one opportunity to rectify it, and the second time, I'm just going to recall him. But this time around, it was like, no, we're recalling him. It's like, okay, fine. So as you can see here, we have had the injury bug raise its head, and I'm totally clicking on the wrong thing. Bachmann's out with a lower back stress fracture. That just happened. Spavak hurt himself. Krause hurt himself. Spalvis hurt himself. You know, nothing... None of them have been long-term. It's been 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there, except the guy who was out for like 4 months. I don't know how long Bachmann's going to be out for. Ritter could be out for 2 weeks. So one of the things we are going to have to do is switch to the other formation. Where were we? Last time we played St. Pauli in Stuttgart. Against Arminia Bielefeld, we beat them 2-1. This was a really good game. Cherlanov a goal, Roser a goal. Against Darmstadt, this was a draw, 0-0. We had our opportunities. I mean, look at this. Look at this line. 7165, 72, 73, 73, 78, 76, 71. Mazzini was on a 6'5". We had 13 shots, 5 on target, and we just cannot break through their defense. I pulled this out because I needed more defensive help. I really only have one healthy striker, and I have 2 healthy wingers. I looked at like a 4-4-2 or going to the 3-4-3. I just don't have the players for it. Regensburg, this game against Regensburg was an absolute thriller. They were 4-1 up at the half. We scored 3... No, they were 3-1 up at the half. We scored 3 goals in the second half to go ahead, and then they got an 82nd minute equalizer. The guys really buckled down. They dug in. They came back, trilling off a brace of goals. He's turning into a very good winger. He's a lone player who actually, his coaches come to us and said, you're not playing him at inverted winger. And I was like, I am playing him at inverted winger. And the next week came back and said, you're not playing him at inverted winger on the left. And I was playing him at inverted winger on the right. It was like, okay, I can't... 7 and 8 weeks, 6 and 7 weeks. Good grief. And it's like, okay, I can't afford to have another lone player recalled. So, we will, that's not what I want. I want this one. So we will get that sorted out for you. Something's not right here. Is Gennaro my anchorman? He's a 4-star anchorman. Reader is... an okay ball-winning midfielder. Okay, I can go with that. Except okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Kraus there. We're going to put Gennaro there. Because Gennaro is a 3.5-star ball-winning midfielder. It's also a Mazzal and a Carolaro. What's the difference between a Mazzal? We'll make him a Carolaro. And Kraus is... my ball-winning midfielder. I'll put him on defend. Smith is my deep-line playmaker. Everything else is looking okay. Spalvis, we're going to keep on the bench and put Roser there. Tuazi also got injured, so he's out for a little bit. So he's back, but still. Other than that, everyone else is doing really good. Corey's doing good for us. Gennaro has been quite the good pickup. Trilinov has done really well for us. It's just we need to survive these injuries. And we need to finish mid-table. So we are playing our third round, second round. We'll find out here in a minute. We're playing FC Heidenheim 1846 in the Pokal. So we beat Jan Regensburg earlier in the season. And I want to say this is our third round match. Mazzini taps it over to Van Beek. Up to Smith. Out to Shad. He cuts inside. Has a little help. Feeds Trilkov. And what that I've seen that sort of pass in almost every game. And more often than not, you get a really good shot on goal. Sometimes it's blocked, sometimes it's not. But this touch pass where you're passing to the outside of the player. And the keeper has a choice. Do I go to ground? Do I stand up? Do I hold my line? What is the line? And I don't know if I don't think it's an exploit. I think it's an improvement more than anything else. Trilinov curls the kick in, but it gets knocked away. Gennaro runs it down, sends it to Kraus, over to Shad, up to Van Beek, to Smith, to Van Beek, Roser, and again. Now see there, Mueller stopped it. Half hour in, we are doing really well. Encourage the guys here. Redondo cuts inside, feeds Roser. Same thing. Opposite foot. Well, Roser's left-footed, I believe. But it's that same sort of pass. You put it where only the attacker can get it. Except Roser right-footed that. That was interesting. I don't know who the guy, the defender, was too far over. It was probably Formbach. Muller kicks it into the crowd. Liepertz ends up with it off the header. He's driving, holds it up, feeds Diarra, and see, they do the same thing. Can't complain. It's a really good play. It's a really good move. You know, let me see if I can't pause this here. So there's Liepertz. Okay, I can. So he's going forward. Who's my 5? I can't click on the 5. There's Diarra there. Kraus he's too far back. He can't defend that. He's not fast enough to get to it. And plus, I don't think he should be defending that guy anyways. I think it should be... I'm thinking of the wrong Kraus. That's my ball-winning midfielder in the DM role. This is the defender. So, yeah, if there's one thing I've discovered these last 4 games, I need better defenders. I need faster defensive center backs. My guys are good. They're solid. They're just... Well, let me see if I can show you here. So this is Kevin Kraus. Physically, he's not that fast or agile. He has decent strength. He has real good jumping reach, but his pace isn't the best either. Mentally, he's solid. Technically, he's good where it counts. But he is a very positional player. Is it my tactic? I have him on ball-playing defenders. Maybe that's what's going on. But see, he's supposed to be a 3.5-star defender on ball-playing defender, and he's defending. Van Beek is kind of the same way. He's not the fastest. And he's also a ball-playing defender on defense. So that's their strengths. That's what they should be, quote-unquote, best at. A solid first half for us. 5 shots, 4 on target. 90% of our passes completed. Gennaro is a bit gassed. And it's 60 minutes in. Wow, that went by quick. We'll bring Kubler on. I don't know how good a Carolero is Kubler. Is he better at defensive mid? No, he's better at midfielder. Kraus picked up a yellow card. That means he's going to miss a match. Bring Winkler on for Kraus. Bring Kleinsorge on for Cherlinoff. That's my 3. Shatterer sends it in. It's knocked away. Redondo recovers. He drives forward. It's 2-on-2, and he's dispossessed. He ran right at Geipel, and Geipel, who's on a yellow card, dispossessed him no problem. Schnatterer to Geipel. Over to Formbach. Schnatterer out to Poulsen, all alone on the left. Kleinsorge gets the carom. Poulsen tried setting it in, and it caromed off a Kaisersalutern player. Playing a lot of back and forth here now. Redondo ends up with the ball. Is he going to do the same thing? No, he's going to cut it outside, drop it off to Decore. Feeds Rosser. Oh, Muller tried making the save, and it still went in. I wonder what happened there. We're going to have to see that in 3D. Because it looks like Muller got a hand on it and didn't end up pushing it. Yeah, he went down, Rosser went down, and Muller got a hand on it, but the ball had too much power, too much speed on it, went into the goal. Decore, long thrown to Redondo, who heads it down to Smith, back to Decore, up to Redondo. Winkler to Van Beek, Kraus, Smith, long pass again for Rosser. Got behind the defenders, takes the shot, but it's right at Muller. That was about the only option he had. He was expecting Muller to go to ground and he would try and dink the ball over him, but that didn't happen. Poulsen. Schnatterer ends up with the ball. Schnatterer. Dispossessed. Kleinsorge. Drives forward, cuts right. He's outnumbered. He has help. Holds it up. Finally gets it in, and what happened there? They're saying it's a Roser goal. I didn't see Roser. Oh, he was lost in the crowd. Let's see what happened. Kleinstorage is driving forward, drifting out to the right, gets some space, holds it up, crosses it in. Oh, Roser was right there in front of the goal. It was an easy tap-in. George Hare. Oh, okay. And this has been a really good match for us. Heidenheim's a solid Bundesliga 2 team. Tell the boys, well done. Well, Heidenheim's fun. They were a solid team. Well, it's early enough in the season that they can still recover from this. Augsburg beat Karlsruhe. Bayern won. Stuttgart won in extra time. Wolfsburg beat Mainz on penalties. Okay. So we got Bochum coming up next. We were just looking at them too. And they are a really good squad. So this is going to be, coming up is going to be a test of exactly how well we're doing. And something tells me, we received 351,000. We won the second round. Okay. So we're going to be off to the third round. I don't know when that draw is, but we will find that out here. And go from there. So we'll be back with our match against Bochum in just a sec. Well, and we got Union Berlin in the third round. They are, well, recently promoted. They I don't know that I don't recognize any of these guys here, but that's frankly nothing new. My knowledge about German football is at least a PowerPoint slide deep, and that's about it. So, yeah, team selection advice. What do we got? Yeah, we'll take it. You know what? This is based on current health, so we are going to see what happens here. Plus, I believe, send the assistant to this. I got to set my training up for next week, too. Do that here in a sec. Well, we're switching back to our 4-2-4. Spalvis is good for about 75 minutes, but we got Tuazi on the bench. And frankly, everybody is a little bit more match fit in this formation than they were the other one. So I suspect going forward, we will be playing that 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder a lot more depending on everybody's health. Oh, a couple nice saves by Mazzini there. Well done. That was an interesting dispossession. Drexler on the throne. Hamschu crosses it in. Mazzini, a very nice stop. Gets it to Spalvis. Feeds Roser. Oh, Riemann, a very nice save. Hornschuh knocks it away. Goes out of bounds, and that is the highlight. Throw in. Hornschuh to Drexler. Almost dispossessed by Gennaro. Is dispossessed by Gennaro. Gets it back. Oh, Decore ends up with the ball. That was a dangerous pass. Shad heads it up. Chipset ends up with it for Bochum. Lozano out to Kokobas. Feeds Wayland. Mazzini comes up. That was dangerous. A little bit of miscommunication there. Maybe they're distracted by the billboards. I don't know. Oh, nice. And Roser scores. I thought that was going to be a penalty called there, but I guess not. Decore to Redondo. Roser, nice header. That's a slide tackle. I thought that was going to be a foul. At least on the 2D, there was a pause, so it looks like it was going to be called a foul. Lozano, left side of the box. Oh, Mazzini jumps up and grabs that. He's got the right wide open, but no, he's going to throw it out to Redondo because the left was just as wide open. Redondo, oh, dispossessed by DeCarli. Lozano, back to DeCarli. Oh, and DeCarli just gives it away. Goes right to Shad. To Smith, to Kraus. Back to Smith. Feeds Redondo. Taps it over to Curry. To Curry. Crosses it in. Cherlanov's there, but it's headed away. Wieland has it for Bochum. Holds it up. Back to Kokovas. Long pass. Ganuvula got by the defender. And Mazzini stayed on his line and blocked that. Is a corner kick to Bochum. Bochum. Oh, Spavas' shot was deflected off the wall. And we go into halftime with a 1-0 lead. Told the boys I'm delighted. Let's keep it up. Shad on the throw-in. And that was interesting. Ganvula cuts inside. Oh, Reeder dispossesses him. That was well done. Ganvula gets it back. Chips is there. Drexler is sitting just right outside the 6-yard box. No one around him. What happened here? It's not Gennaro. It had to have been either Reeder or Kraus. Lost Drexler. That's okay. That's okay. So 60 minutes in. Trillanov's not having the best game. We're going to get Kleinsworge on. Spalvis is not having the best game either, but that's kind of to be expected. We're going to get Tuazi on. We're going to save our last sub for now. We'll go a few more minutes. What the heck happened there? Potential knee injury, potential thigh injury. Okay, so I've got to go to this. Tuazi has to go here. Kraus has to come on here. And Kleinsworge has to stay on. We're playing for the draw. Horseshoe to Jimvula. Crosses it in. Leitch, top of the box. Oh, it hits the post and goes out. That was close. Full time, we escape with a draw. Oh, good grief. Bochum had 14 shots, 8 on target. We had 8 and 3. That is a slight possession advantage. We had 2 more injuries. Oh, good grief. Rodano just has a tight hamstring. That's okay. Bruised knee. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. We have a lot of time coming up. So essentially what we're going to be doing, there's something international going on, and I'll be chuffed to find out what it is. It's probably World Championships or something like that. I should know this, but I don't. And, it's too early in the day for me to go look it up. So we're going to play all these games offline. I'm going to probably try and schedule a few friendlies if I can. We will come back the January transfer when we close. We're going to pick it up with our DF people call a third round match. And that'll probably be the only game. And then probably come back for like Dresden, Greuther Fürth, and go from there. So we're on track to finish. I wanted to finish 12th or better. And so far, we're on track to do that. Chances are, we've got a -3 goal differential for crying out loud. We need to work on that. So if I can get some defensive improvement going on in the January transfer window, I will. But we are really, really limited. I had to bring the budget down to get it even close. And then I promised Lucas Rosser I would give him a new contract. And I did. And he's getting 13,500 euros a week now, and that put us over here. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that our standing at the midseason will allow us to go to the board and say, hey, can we get a little bit more money? If not, We're going to be hanging on by our fingernails until the end of the season, and that's okay too. So a really good win against Heidenheim. I'm really happy with that. The guys did a really good job. Lucas Rosa hat-tricks worth of goals. He had a goal against Bochum, but Bochum, they're a better team than us, and we did really well to hang on for the draw, and I'm happy with that. So, this was bad, but this is decent. And as long as we have more of this and less of this, I will be happy. So that said, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM21. I thank you for watching.